Grand Rising, Kingdom greetings, great awakening. Welcome, family. How are you all doing? Welcome to the transitioning table. Yes, welcome to the transitioning table where we talk about the various things that are happening. What are we transitioning from? What are we transitioning into? How is things going throughout the kingdom? Yeah, all this beautiful stuff. It is an amazing afternoon here in the coastal area of Kenya. And guess what? The sun is shining. We are heading into our summer. We're in spring now, going into summer. Some will say we're in the short rain season going into the summer. But any which way, here in the Southern Kingdom, it is spring going into summer. And I am eternally grateful to continue to be here, to continue to be able to do what I'm gonna say I'm led to do by the divine creator, by the source. you know there's so much that is happening, so much that is going on, so much that has transpired and transpiring. I know it's been a while since I have come before you and shared a video because there's so much going on, and I'm trying to digest all of the information, all the things that are happening in the realms and stuff like that, and and all the changes that is taking place. You know, um, it is just so amazing. But all I can continue to encourage people on this journey is embrace each day as it comes. Don't get stuck in a movement. Don't get stuck in a person. Don't get stuck in a fad. But you need to enjoy, make the best of every moment. We all have been deceived or hoodwinked or bamboozled or tricked or something like that, some way or the other, somehow, to believe in something, to hold on to somebody else's idea. We were never really taught how to go within ourselves, um, to figure things out from within. We hear it. The kingdom is within. Everybody got to give an account for themselves. All of these various things that we hear, but we really never paid attention to them because we always were trained or programmed to believe what somebody else say, somebody tell us. You know, never to seek the divine for ourselves, seek our true purpose of coming into this realm, in this earth realm of information. And it is up to us to sift through the information and not be held to people's opinions or condemnation by someone else because we choose not to believe what they believe. We choose to go into another direction. We must learn how to accept people where they are at and allow them to be who they are, where they're at, and allow them room to grow where they're at. Because what I found after coming out of Christianity into the Bantu awakening, and now just in terms of having a relationship and developing a relationship with the divine outside of anyone, and any confined organization, I find that there was still like a dogma kind of attitude going on, especially in the coming out of Christianity, coming into the Bantu awakening. You still that arrogance, like the same Christian, Hebrew Israelite, um, Muslim, that same arrogance, that same puffed up, prideful kind of attitude. And that was something that I really, really didn't want no that connection with that pride, that arrogance, that I am and you are not kind of mentality. And so I realized just as they pull us out of Christianity, or put us, let me say that, it's just how they put us into Christianity, and they put us into Islam, and they put us into, I guess, Buddhism, and all these diverse of religion. Even when we look at African spirituality and all the different things, even when we look at the Bantu awakening and we understand the Bantu migration and all this different stuff, it is still a game of chess. Still a game of chess. Still making us to hate one another. Still making us to think that we are better than another set of people. And one of the things I realize is we all came here for an experience, whether we are Bantu or Nilot or Kushite or Hamite or whatever ite. We all came into this realm for an experience. And those who know it, those who really are the information of all things, everything that's happening, knew how to, they what you call it, puppet masters, how to play the game, how to keep us fighting with one another, keep us separated and segregated, and keep us looking down at each other, and keep us high-minded and all this different. It's just a whole game of a whole game of chess, a whole game of divide and conquer, and keep them separated and keep them thinking, one set of people better than the other set of people, and all this stuff. And I look at some of my fellow Bantus, let me put it like that, some of my fellow melanated people. There are two kingdoms going on. There are two kingdoms. Greetings, literally two kingdoms going on, Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. And this is what I've been looking at. I've been even looking at in terms of the sun and the moon and all of these different things. I've been looking at all of these various things that we have been so ignorant to, that they've taught us that there's only one sun and there's only one moon and all this different stuff. But if I'm in the Southern Kingdom, and if I go outside right now and take a picture, I can take a picture of the sun, and there's also a moon cast out there. I'm telling you, because I read and I was observing it yesterday, and then I observed it again today. And then I saw on TikTok and some other social medias where people are now seeing two moons in the Northern Kingdom. There are two moons. Please forgive me. And we have so much, so much to really continue to wake up to. My day, I'm doing well. I definitely will probably message you later, my king brother, but all is well here. And so what's happening at this time? What is happening at this time that everything that is hidden, everything that was hidden is becoming public knowledge. It's becoming public knowledge. Everything that was hidden is becoming public knowledge. This divide and conquer mentality has to stop. Okay, back to what I was originally saying. When we talk about the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, okay, in the Northern Kingdom, spring begins in the month they call March, January, February, March, somewhere around there. Anyway, spring begins somewhere around March or April. Here in the Southern Kingdom, spring begins in September. And there's this dogma, oh, the real calendar, the real New Year. Okay, the New Year on the Southern Kingdom, which we know is spring, is September. But you cannot say that the new year will begin in the Northern Kingdom. It's not the new year also. Because why? Spring begins in the Northern Kingdom at a totally different time. Think about it. Right now, here in the Northern Kingdom, we're going into summer. Okay, in the Northern Kingdom, in the Northern Kingdom, y'all going into your winter. You see the difference? Two different kingdoms, two different worlds within the world. Two different fairs and atmospheres going on. Now, if they're controlling it from what we see, they say the harp or whatever, have these different instruments, we don't know, right? Because I had a big question too. Flying in the air. Why is it when you're flying, there's such a big blanket of clouds that you can't see down? They always fly you above the clouds so you don't have a clear view of the landscape of the land. The layout, I should say, of the land. All kind of little deceit and deception that they're going on. That's why I'm so grateful now for a lot of people who have drones and stuff like that, that they can really move around and do some things. And some independent pilots need to be able to do some things too, so we can really see, then, they have no fly zones and all this different stuff. Why? What is happening at this time? At this time, there's a lot being exposed. There are a lot that is being questioned. All right, let me give you an update here in Kenya. All right. I know the last video I did, I mentioned some of what happened in terms of Gen Z and stuff like that. And they had their uproar and they're protesting against the financial bill that is here and stuff like that. That's one thing. The other day, there was a school fire at a very notable, what do you call it? Upscale school, they say. Some children lost their lives. And some children went missing. Rumors have it that it was on the same night we had a nationwide blackout. When I say nationwide, I'm talking about nationwide, not section-wise, nationwide blackout. Rumor has it allegedly that the gates were locked from the outside. My question there again is why it is so necessary to have primary level children going to boarding school. And our people not waking up to realize that it's all about detaching children, the sensitivity and the cultivation and the training of children by their parents. That bond that a mother and a child should have, a father, that authority a father should have over his children, and him being the authoritative voice that his children respect and obey. And there's a lot that is going to go. This video is going to come pack a whole lot of stuff, because it's a whole lot that I have not talked about, and I've not been with you for a while. And I don't know if I should just cut it up in segments or just flow. But The video says what's happening at this time. So I'm just letting you know what's happening at this time. And that's one thing. Kenya is going through a whole lot, whole lot. And there are some things because of who I am and where I stand. There are some things I will not address in the physical because some things are uh, what a lot of people don't want to understand is esoteric, spiritual. A lot of things are spiritual. Actually, let me put it like everything is spiritual. Yes, that's exactly, and that's what, and so I honestly have a problem with boarding schools, and especially having primary school children, babies, little ones, 7 and 8 and 9 years old, going to a boarding school away from their parents for months at a time. I have a problem with that. I honestly have a problem with that. But nevertheless, it's a system I met in place, and a system that only through educating people one on one is going to help them to realize what they're doing and what the system was doing, about dividing and conquering and separating, that you do not train your children yourself. You know, somebody else is training program. Somebody else is programming your child. I don't think that is yeah, that's the smart thing to do. But nevertheless, you know, um change cannot be stopped, no matter how much they're trying to prolong, no matter how much they're trying to delay, no matter how much they're trying to frustrate, no matter how much they're trying to discourage. Change is inevitable. It is unequivocally, unemphatic. It is happening. The only thing I would encourage people to do is not to give into the algorithm they are putting out there, the fears that they are putting out there. But you got to know, like you know, that the change is coming. And the change has already begun. Um, you can even see among us who was a part of the Bantu awakening, you can see we have now been exposed to so much more. A lot of us reading the Emerald Tablets, a lot of us reading all these other books that they were hiding from us. A lot of us are now hearing from various other people. We're realizing that we are worlds within this world, kingdoms within kingdoms within kingdoms. It is so much bigger than just being Christian, just being Muslim, just being Buddha, just being Bantu. It's so much bigger. We're realizing that we are all aliens. We were, as just some people were given custodian, melanated people were given custodian of this earth. This was given to us. That's why the sun is a melanated sun. That's why our eyes are melanated. Everything about us is melanated because we were given this suit to be compatible with the environment that we were given custodianage. Think about that scripture, what they said. Now you can think about it at an even deeper level. Be fruitful, to multiply, subdue, replenish, and have dominion. You could only have dominion over something that you can dominate. You can only subdue something that you have authority over. So these are the things that are happening. People are waking up. People are no longer stuck under the traditions of man. People are now waking up and understanding. And let me tell you something. Oh, thank you. Dr. Miles Monroe said this, And it clicked to me so strong because I really never went deep into the study. When he talked about, hey, he said, when he talked about when the disciples said, teach us how to pray. And he said, he didn't tell him, and this clicked inside of me before I even heard this message. I was like, why are people still praying in the name of Jesus? Where did they get that from? Because even in the scripture, you never heard this person called Jesus say, pray in my name. Right? People was directing. People say, you got to go through the Son to get to the Father and all that different stuff. But any which way, I want to get to this thing. And he said, the disciples said, teach us how to pray. I tell you, so much things happening. What is happening is just so much information being downloaded all at one time. So please bear with me with this video because it's so much that I have inside of me that I did not come before you and share beforehand because I realized that I don't want to be stuck on coming and giving people information. Oh, Bantu this and Bantu that and Bantu next, Bantu, when it's so much more vast now. It is so much bigger, so much greater, so much diversity. You know, I'm grateful for the Bantu awakening. I'm grateful for Bantus. I'm grateful to know that I am Bantu and all that different stuff. But I realized that not only just being Bantu, but being one with the source, the divine creator, that this carcass, this flesh here is only the house of me being a fragmented piece of the divine creator, the source, right? That's why I say, when they tell, quote unquote, JC, if you be God, then do this, right? Because why? Fractal. We know him as the Messiah. Anyhow, back to where I was going. I rambling now, getting off course, as I get a little bit excited. So Dr. Miles says, they teach us how to pray. And he said, pray in this manner. Our, not my Father. He didn't say my Father. Our collective Father who art in heaven. And when you look at the word Father and you translate it, it's Abba. When you translate Abba, Abba translate to source. Listen. So, Father is what? A title. Abba is a title. Yeshua, a title. All these different things is a title to what? To a source. Our source, our divine creator, the source of life, the source of everything we are, the source of the air, the source of the rain, the source of the wind, the source of water, the source of our essence, the source of the spirit that we are living in this body. Abba. You could do the research yourself. You could do the study yourself. Abba means source. And that blew my mind because I've been saying divine creator, source. You understand? But when I heard Dr. Miles Monroe break that down in a video, I was like, I'm on the right track seeking this information. Here comes, somebody who everybody respect, you understand, who is part of a big ministry and stuff like that. But to know that this thing that you've been downloading inside of you, this information that is being given to you, this information that you're now coming into, he is allowing you to now track it down and see somebody else was on that same vein, in that same vein of understanding that the source, whether you can't put the source in a bracket, like how this masculine energy want to make the source just masculine. The feminine movement, come back to the scripture, created he them, male and female. The source is all, everything. We only, this flesh only determines whether you female or male. But when you come out of this flesh and go back to the source, you're just spirit, or what do you say, energy. That's all you are. we leave this body, we are neither male nor female in that realm. We are not. We are not male nor female. We are only male and female here for reproduction, for being fruitful, for multiplying, and for subduing, and for enjoying this earth. For creation, to create. We came here to create. We are creators. Just like the divine creator is a creator, he created us to create, to be an expression of an extension of them here in the earth, to use our creativity to see something. How did it so a man can see a tree and then decide to make a tree a table or a chair? That's creativity. See a metal and decide to bend that metal and make it into a plane or make it into a car, or decide to take water and let it run through something at a serious speed and make it into energy, or decide to take what you call this thing that comes from the earth, oil that comes from the earth, turn around and filter it and turn it into fuel. We are creators. Think about it. When a man and a woman come together in intimacy, and that spawn from that man hits that egg in that woman, they create together, which becomes another being in a flesh. And they create a flesh for another person to come into this earth realm to create. Wow. So what's happening at this time? We are, and I think I did a video a long time ago, an awakening within the awakening within the awakening. We are continuous because we are on a journey. Our final destination is not a house. Our final destination isn't a car. Our final destination isn't a husband or a wife. Our final destination isn't a Fortune 500 company. Our final destination isn't having children. Our final destination is to return to the source from where we came. So as long as we are here, we are supposed to continue to enjoy and experience life and life more abundantly. We are here to continue to leave legacies, leave footprints, leave information for the next who are going to come behind us. This is a world without end. Stop looking. I know you all on my channel looking for no rapture to take place. But stop thinking that your purpose is life is only tied into humanity. I gotta feed the homeless and clothes, and that's a part of your journey. Helping is a part of your journey. Feeding the widows and the orphans is a part of your journey. Getting married is a part of your journey. Having children, reproducing is a part of the journey. And some people ain't gonna have children. Some people ain't gonna reproduce. Some people ain't gonna get married. And they gotta be okay with that. People are okay with being single and not getting married and stuff like that and not having children. Some people are like that. They're comfortable like that. Their journey is not that path. And we gotta stop pressure. Oh, when you can get married. Oh, when you can have some children. No, leave that person alone. Let them enjoy their journey. Building schools or building hospitals. I'm saying this, right? I have nothing against schools. I have nothing against hospitals. But I believe those institutions, there need to be a drastic change, paradigm shift inside the way we allow. They're teaching and they're talking about healing. Because when you look at, I'm not a doctor, YouTube, this is for information purposes only. I'm not giving medical advice, YouTube, because you're like pulling down my videos. That's why I became so discouraged from doing videos because YouTube continuously pulling down my videos. I am not giving any medical advice, but I believe that holistically, with the way we used to heal before, we can heal ourselves. We have the ability to heal ourselves through holistic approaches. Because I learned allegedly that some students from medical schools come to Africa, allegedly, to learn our plants and the benefits of our plants. That's a part of their undergraduate program, allegedly. And they go back and they carry report back on our plants and stuff like that. And then what they do, they export them and then make drugs from them and then put synthetic stuff in them. So what they're doing is they're taking our indigenous stuff, what we will be healed with, and put synthetic stuff with it so they can maintain us. Allegedly. You know, I gotta, because YouTube, I'm telling you, YouTube keep on pulling down my videos because they say I be giving medical advice. I don't know where I be giving medical advice and stuff from, but anyhow, allegedly. So what's happening at this time? So much is happening, but we have to stay focused. Because they're putting a lot of information out there to make us become overwhelmed. They're putting a lot of scandals and a lot of things in the public eyes, in the public domain. So we become overwhelmed and so consumed and so scared to move forward and so scared to help people and all these different things because, oh, this might happen and, oh, the dollar's going to crash. And some things we regurgitate. You know, the system is going to, listen, these people, they don't plan for 5 years. They teach you and me. They teach us to plan for 5. What are you going to do in the next 5 years? What are you going to 10 years? These people plan for 200 years. Anybody ever read the Willie Lynch letter? What Willie Lynch tell them? I could teach you how to teach your children how to keep them enslaved for 200 years. At each interlope, at 200 years interlope. So every 200 years, there is a program to recapture you, whether it's mentally, whether it's spiritually, whether it's economically, whether it's with your health, physically. You know, they don't beat you with a whip no more. But think about when you go on that 9 to 5. How they talk to you, how they handle you. Think about when you take in them different narcotics and the different pharmaceuticals. What's happening at this time? So much. But change is inevitable. Change cannot be stopped. Because when you change your mind, you change the whole trajectory and the control that they have over you. When I change my mind, I change the whole trajectory and the control they have over me. Sometimes, I'm telling you, sometimes you don't go there in your mind and wonder, and sometimes a little spirit of anxiety don't come every now and then because you're still living in their system. You might be saying, I'm in this world and I'm not of this world and I separate myself from, but you're still a part. We are still in the system, and the system is still run by currency, the fiat currency, finances, paper money, coins, until we could literally get ourselves off grid and create our own. And that's been the biggest problem, getting us to come together, to truly put a dent in the stronghold that they have over us economically wise. Our biggest problem is economics. Yeah, because we worried about where that finance is coming from, where the next dollar coming from. Sometimes we don't worry about the next meal, we worry about the next dollar because we say the rent gotta pay, the light gotta pay, Water got to pay, children got to go to school, all of these different things. But if we take back our power, and we educate our children ourselves the way we used to do, we take back our power and live in communities, in villages like we used to, we take back our powers and share among ourselves the barter system like we used to. You grow tomatoes, I grow potatoes. You got cow, I got goat. You have chicken, I have turkeys. You know, the barter system. But we are afraid. Too many people are afraid of that kind of living now. Oh, I don't know if I can live like that no more. I don't used to I don't accustomed to. Ooh, what if they decide that they're gonna just unplug and shut down everything? What are you gonna do? Yes, my beautiful. Yes, goddess. Yes. Serving the sauce, and that's it. And so one of the things that I have done, this what is happening at this time. Let me do another thing that's happening at this time. One time ago, I really was because now I move out of religion and I move out of tradition and I'm doing things off what you call it, no longer tied to a system. I am grateful at this time that I'm now doing the same thing what you're saying, sister, creating a community. Made the preparations, the groundwork has been done. The most important aspect of the groundwork is securing the land. That has been done. If I had some hiccups, yes, I have. If I had some problems, yes, I have. Oh my gosh. Ooh, truly, I can say, scripture still inside of us, no matter how much we get away from scripture. This race is not for the swift, not a battle for the strong, but this is for endurance. To get out of their system is about serious endurance. I'm telling you, if you don't have the ability to endure, you will have some serious help. Yes, I welcome your help. I welcome your help. I'm ready to start buying materials and stuff like that. I'm ready to buy the solar system. I've been putting all the financial figures together in terms of what is needed now, in terms of now starting to fence the acres in. So trust you me, I will not be so proud and say, no, I don't, I'm okay. No, I need help at this junction now. The major work of securing the land has been done. So now the big thing is fencing in the land so nobody else can encroach on it, because that's one of the things I realize here. Once you purchase land, if you don't fence it in, somebody be trying to snatch your land. So financially, I am depleted. So I'm not going to be proud and arrogant. Here in Kenya, the land is here in Kenya, and more so in the coastal area, but more inland, away from major communities and stuff like that. So it's really like out isolated kind of place. I'm not afraid to share, because why? Nobody could stop this. You can't say change is inevitable. They cannot stop this. It cannot be stopped. This change cannot be stopped. They could try to delay it. They could try to fight it. They could try to frustrate you, but they cannot stop this move. Cannot stop this move. And I know that there's one or two particular persons out there that are very much upset with me. And once again, I do apologize to them, but the time and season with them has come to an end. You understand? And I am eternally grateful for the time that we had together. But this next level, this next move requires focus and precision, This asante, you're welcome. Yeah. And so yeah. So the plan is on the ground. I'm telling you, I have this my vision board here. So I have the layout and stuff like that. Here, what I envision in terms of us as a community park, a little barter system area, our shamba, what they call we call it farm, but here in Kenya they call it shamba. You understand? To be able to put some to make sure we have fruits and vegetables and livestock. There's a sister that is in um Tanzania that I want to be able to support her. She's raising livestock there. So we've already connected in terms of livestock. Since she's a sister that is a part of our belief system, I would definitely we just finished communicating this morning, so definitely that she's the one I will contact in terms of investing, in terms of being able to get livestock from her to bring here. And then there's another sister here. We're doing tagging team in terms of holistic herbal medicines and stuff like that, like dandelions and various local herbs that are good for various healing, comfrey, and all these different things. So we are. I'm not just. I'm still not just sitting here twiddling my fingers and I'm just what I'm doing, just writing everything down and getting out there and what you call it, getting quotations and stuff like that because this is a serious thing. I know without a shadow of a doubt when the finance it isn't if when the finances come, I know every store. I know every fundi, the carpenter, the plumber, I know everyone that I need to call and say, okay, it's a go. I know what I know what I have to do. Only thing, let me tell you something. The only reason I am still in the location I am in is because if the finances truly, when they say money answer it all things, it does. So if you have that financial backing, people saying, let me sow into your life. Let me just help you get this going. I may not be coming right now, but I know that in the future, I would you have a place to come to, a place of refuge, a place of to come to get away. You understand? You know that. That's a fact. That this woman here, let me tell you something. I am a woman of my word. I am a woman of my word. My word is my bond. I don't play with my integrity. Even when I had a fallout with someone and they wanted their finances back, I gave them every penny of their finances back. They cannot point fingers and say, I did not give them all of their money back. I kept their money. Nope. Every dime that they invested, I gave back. And that's a fact. And I have evidence. I have signed papers that every dime was given back. That's how much of my integrity of my name is so important. So this community was given to me by the Most High, the divine creator, said, create this community. And every dime that people sow into your life, outside of taking care of your personal needs, because I do have personal needs, make sure this is what you do. And that's what I did. So when people found out that this land was already paid for and stuff like that, and let me tell you something, there's somebody who also helped me purchase land for me too. I one of these days she's gonna allow me to call her name. You understand? Who helped me? Because they saw the vision. Many people helped and saw the vision. I said, let me sow a seed to help you get this done. And trust you me, the layout is whereas People can come and have a place, a starting place. They got to worry about rent. If the farm is up, you don't got to worry about food because the farm will be there. You got to go outside and get your tomatoes. And I'm practicing right now on my balcony, growing my own bell peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers and zucchinis and what else. I will learn how to grow what is thing named cantaloupe. I am learning how to do so much different things at this time because it is so important when we get down there to the land. And that's the other thing. What has been stopping me so much also, what is happening? I don't know how I get into all this information with y'all, but any which way on YouTube, I don't. Transportation is my other, what you call it, delay. I don't have my own transportation. I have to depend on somebody else's transportation whenever it's available to be able to go and do some things. But nevertheless, the most important thing is I'm moving around. I sometimes jump on the back of what we call a border here, which is the motorbike for transport to take me to do some shopping today. I am not afraid. At this juncture, I just need the work done. And that's it. Sometimes I walk, sometimes I walk, but guess what? It is being done. So as I was saying, I am not going to turn down nobody financial help. I will not. Not at this juncture because I'm not building a ministry. I am not building a ministry. I'm building a community house that people can live in, farms where people can eat. I'm not selling nobody no land. I don't have land to sell. But if you want purchase land here, I can turn you over to somebody who could purchase that if you want to do your own thing. What I have is for a community. It is not for personal gain. Oh my gosh, divine creator. Hey, I feel so free now. Y'all don't even know how free I am. Hey, my brother. Oh God, yeah, Jay Hooks. Good to see you. My sister Andrea, listen, I can't wait to talk to you, my dear. I'm telling you, the Most High Spirit. I am so excited. So what's happening at this time? They are all the things that are happening at this time. I know some people say, oh, you should be sharing. They can't stop this. I don't care. I can share. I could go on ZNS. I could go on CNN. They could try to delay it, but they can't stop it. Let me tell you something. The divine source is so with me. He will shut them down, move them out of the way, even kill them dead. They have to exit this world and go back to the next world and come back again someplace else before they could stop what's happening here. That's how strong this woman stand on what is being given to her. So it's a part of my journey. I don't know after I finish doing this community, I don't know who he may tell me, hand this community over to somebody else and take me to Botswana, take me to Zimbabwe, take me to, I don't know. I just know this one need to be finished so I can move on to the next part of my journey. That's all. That's all I know. They can't stop this. I may have to, I might be the one, what you said? People say, I might be the founding mother, kind of say the founding father, I might be the founding, but then hand it over, pass the baton on to somebody else, and move on to someplace else. Zambia, Tanzania, I don't know. But the most important thing is getting this community up and running, and then going on. I even went to get quote for generators, quote for solar panel system, quote for borehole so we can have our own watering system. So last irrigation, I even check in and learning how to do some, what you call it? I know a lot of us don't stand away from the meat, but there are people who still eating the meat, who eating the chicken and stuff, but we can do our own Kenyaji, our own local stuff, raise our own stuff. Learning how to do all kind of things. What's that next thing? Biogas to cook with. I learned how to even cook on a Chico, what you call it, or charcoal. I'm so learning everything because I'm so excited. Because I know it's time to move. It's time for me to really get down there and be plowing the land. And so, family, like I say, I'm not going to turn away no financial help. So you will see a lot of changes on my channel. I'm not taking off my old videos because I want people to see my journey, see where I came from, where I started, all the way back to Christianity. Some people, when they change their channel, they would take off all the old videos and stuff. No, people need to see where you came from to know that this ain't a game for you. This has been a process and this has been a journey, you know? I don't have a website, but my email is in my thing here, Lady Shameen Roberts. My email is on my YouTube channel. So my email is there on my YouTube channel, Lady Shameen Roberts at gmail.com. I was contemplating putting my PayPal up, but then I wasn't sure. But then I realized, you know what, Shameen, this is beyond you now. You understand? This is beyond you. And so sometimes we get too, what you call it? We get scared. We get scared. And how we get scared? Because people don't know that people want to help you, but people don't know how to help you because you're scared to put your information out there. I can't be scared no more. I need help to move this project off the ground now. Get from just having the land, having all these big acreages of land in my hand, and nothing is there. It's time for something to go there now. Time for some homes to go there. It's time for some brothers and sisters to come home and have a place to sleep, and they ain't got to worry. If I go, where I can stay. No, we need to have something on ground. It's laid out whereas we can have what you call it. There's a field, what you call it, a park, a community park that is also laid out inside the layout of the land. There's a community park where we have a walking trail that we could do our walking, a section where the children could play on their swings and play in the little thing, the little sandbox and stuff, an area for the men to play their little football or basketball. You always call it football in America. It's soccer here. Soccer is a more bigger thing in Kenya and in Africa in the whole than that American football. You understand? We could play some basketball, put a small half-court basketball court on it and stuff like that. But this is real stuff happening, man. Real stuff happening. You understand? And so that's why I'm excited. I'm just excited. I am just excited. I am just excited. Yeah. I am just excited because for too long I was hiding. For too long I wasn't saying nothing. For too long I let pressure of people's opinions silence me and have me lock up in my head. How I can get this done? How I can get it done? I'm not eligible for pension as yet inside my country, so there ain't no pension. I'm not worried. I don't have no, what you call it. There's so much different things, but the most important thing to me was the fact that I got the land paid for. That was the most important thing to me. So now I am asking for help. And I am grateful for all of you. I am really grateful for all of you. Change is inevitable. Change is here. Change cannot be stopped. This is our way forward. This is our way forward. This is my way forward anyway. This is my way of giving back to the divine source what he's given to me. The ability that he's given to me is my way of giving back. I'm walking in alignment with with who I am, with my highest self. You understand? And not walking in judgment anymore. Not sitting on a seat of judgment anymore, but truly sitting in a seat of love, unconditional love. What was according to according to the scripture that they give us. They tell us, say, to love our neighbors as ourselves. How can I love my neighbor as myself if I didn't even know how to love myself? Now I know how to love myself. I love anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter. I have no hate in my heart for no one, especially when you learn the truth. We are the creators. We created even what we call our enemies. We create them. We were the ones who original, what you call it, splices of DNA and stuff like that. This thing what they call GMO now. We did these things. We are the scientists and all them different things, the mathematicians and all them different things. It was us. What these other nations doing? We taught them. They came and sat at our feet and learned from us. We were the master creators. Oh, goodness. Anyway, let me let y'all go. I thank y'all so much. I appreciate, love all of you. Let us live life on purpose, with purpose, for purpose. Yeah, by purpose. Let us live. Let us enjoy this journey. Let us no longer walk in fear. How this is going to happen and how I can get out and how I can get to the land. And let me tell you something. Life, truly, this is what you have here. When you speak, whatever you speak, you will see the manifestation. Think about it. The life you live in right now is a manifestation. Let me put it like this. It's a creation of what you spoke. You are living what you said maybe 5 years or 10 years or even 20 years ago. The life you live in right now is what you spoke. If you really think about it. So think about now the life you want to live even more. You want to come to the continent. You want to get off grid. Speak it. Don't doubt it. Believe it. Write it down. Script it. Write the vision down. Write it down. Start speaking it. Watch this. Start seeing it. Start thinking it. Whatever man thinking, so is he. Whatever you thinking, you manifest. Your thoughts are so powerful. You could think things into being. When you say, boy, I was just thinking about you, and the person call, because that's the power of what? Your mind. Your mind is so powerful. It transcends time, and it could go to somebody and make them call you just by thinking about them. This is how powerful you are. You are so powerful. So the life you want to live, you can live it. It's doable. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your words. Don't fall under pressure of people's opinions and what people said and what people say and what people will think. Follow your path. Not mommy, not daddy, not auntie, not uncle. Let me tell you something too. Another thing that they brought a lot of division in this awakening with husbands and wives. Oh, if your husband ain't thinking the way you thinking, leave him. If your wife ain't thinking the way you thinking, leave her. What if that was the contract you signed before you came with Source, that you're going to live with somebody who don't think like you and see things like you? What if that person is a part of your journey to help them along the way and them to help you along the way? And you say, oh, this person has triggered something inside me. What if that person is your mirror so you can see where you need to be healed? Or you are their mirror so they can see where they need to be healed. You see how much division, divide and conquer separates so many marriages that was in love when they got together. But because you see things a different way and they see something another way, you see each other as each other's enemy instead of each other's strength. Something to think about. Something to reconsider. That's all else I have to say. This is an amazing journey. That's all I can say. This is an amazing journey. Yes. 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 Yes, that's it, my dear. Yes. When things are not lining up, we don't attack the person. We go to the source who give us the person. Now you give me this, I don't know how we aligned us. You aligned us together to come into one another's thing up. I need you to teach me how to. Maybe try to teach you how to humble ourselves. I don't know. Any which way. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I will try to do better in terms of coming and sharing, but I'm also on TikTok. But my TikTok is just basically just words of motivation and stuff like that. That's all. It ain't really like giving no messages and stuff like that. I also have the healing channel. So there's the healing channel with Dr. Shemaine Roberts. Healing channel is all about us healing in terms of whether it's childhood trauma from divorce, from abuse, from rape, those different things. That's the healing channel. So that's the healing channel. But this transitioning table is all about transitioning from one thing to the next. So there will be a little bit more communication going on here in terms of even progress of the project and stuff like that. I may decide to go and take one or two photos and upload it to my community here on YouTube, so you can see one or two videos from the community, from the land and stuff like that. Keep yeah, keep you what you call it encouraged, so you can keep me encouraged, so I can continue to keep on doing what I'm doing here. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Just to you encourage you to see what's going on here, and you can encourage me to keep on doing what I do. Love you once again. I was trying to remember the Kikongo Zolo Kwingi and what it is in Swahili. Oh gosh, Nakupenda. Nakupenda. I love you, Nakupenda. And see you all next time, family. Much love.